All right, introduce yourself, state your name and DOC number for the record.
Glenn Polk, 360619.
All right, Glenn, my name is Brandon Kelsey, along with me is Mr. Marabella. Mr. Freeman will be your panel, have a parole interview, ask you some questions. You can respond at the end. You can make a statement. We'll take a vote. You understand the process?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and we have Mr. Randy Myers speak at the appropriate time. We have Carrie Myers, we have Laura Alexander, we have June Polk Blackman, Leslie Polk, Gail Brown, Patricia Cameron, John Cameron, Keith Polk, Tyler Polk, Ray Lewis. And we'll have two will be able to speak at the appropriate time. I think everybody said they want to speak, I think, but we only have two, whatever two in the back would like to make a statement, you can. Glenn Polk, DOC number 360619. You're a third class offender, parole eligibility date 8/1/2021, good time at 1/17/2050, full term 4/1/2051, 50-year sentence for armed robbery. And then you had a contraband charge as well. Does that sound correct?
Yes, sir.
And possession of carrying a firearm, concealed weapon by persons convicted of certain felonies. Would you answer, Mr. Freeman, please?
Okay, Mr. Polk, how old are you?
I'm 54.
Okay, and how long have you served on this 50-year sentence?
23 years so far.
23 years, okay. What's your educational level?
I have a bachelor's degree,
Okay, what is your bachelor degree in?
Christian ministry.
Tell me a little bit about what happened. Why did you rob that bank? Why did you take that car?
I was young and impulsive. I thought that I could make money quick and easy. And I went and did it, not thinking about the consequences. And the life-changing effects that it was gonna cause me.
What were those life-changing effects? What have you learned since you've been incarcerated?
I learned that I can work for what I want. I learned that not only can I work, but I'm good at it. I've acquired a lot of skills, and those skills then took me to a lot of different places.
Okay, were you on drugs, alcohol back then?
No, sir.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about this contraband that you picked up here at headquarters and took back to the institution. What led you to do that?
At the time, I had a lot of people in my family had passed away. I was grieving, and I allowed my family problems to allow me to sink back into doing some things that I wouldn't normally do, and that was against my character. When I thought when I came to prison the second time that I had addressed the character flaws that brought me back to prison. But once I did that, and I was in a cell, it wasn't that they put me in the cell. It was what happened to me while I was in the cell. I realized that I was at the end of my rope and that I was going to die in prison. I didn't have no hope, but I made a choice. It was a conscious decision that I wasn't going to die like that. That I was going to do the right thing from that point on, and that whatever happened, I was going to try to make the best of things and try to improve myself and my community that I was in. So
Okay.
when I got back to Angola, I got back into my word while I was in the cell, and when I got back here, I seen some things that I didn't like. I saw one of my childhood friends fall out on drugs, and I realized that I needed to start giving back to this community as well, because I had injured that community. And even though it was 2 years later, I still felt like it was my fault. So I joined the CPR team in Camp D, and I tried to give back as much as I could.
That's good. That's good. Okay, looking at your supervision history, as you said, you were incarcerated. I think you received a 7-year sentence, or it was 7 counts. It was a 5-year sentence. You did get out, and due to the instant offense, you were revoked, correct?
That's correct, sir.
Okay. Community attitude, the judges opposed William Carmichael as West Feliciana. The district attorney from Jefferson is here. He will speak. Opposed was Samuel DeQuilla, district attorney in West Feliciana. Both sheriffs, Joseph Lapinto and Brian Spillman are opposed. The victim didn't make a statement, but she said at the time it happened, it did torment her. But she made no comment as to regards to what should happen today. Tell me this, what classes have you taken since your last hearing? Have you taken any programs, any classes?
Yes, I have. When I took a moral compass, and what that helped me to appreciate is that I had character flaws that I hadn't addressed. And one of those was integrity. And integrity is doing the right thing when nobody else is around to watch you. So I learned a lot in moral compass class, and I took in thinking for a change, and I learned what cognitive thinking was, and that's being aware of what you're thinking and analyzing the risk, and then making a intelligent decision about whether or not you want to do it or not. I took inside outside dad, and I took some more, altogether I took about 10 more programs. Some of them Bible-based programs, some of them wasn't. But all of the programs that I've taken because I wanted to do better, not just for myself, but so that I could help other people. So that now, when I pull headstones, I'm a concrete finisher, and I mentor at the vocation school. I teach concrete finishing. Now, when I teach the guys to pull headstones, it's because I want guys to go out with some dignity and respect. When I mentor one of the guys, it's because I don't want them to make the same mistakes that I didn't make. Now, when I be an inmate minister, I could be a real inmate minister, because now I'm doing it to help other people, and I'm not just doing it for myself.
Okay, well, where are you gonna live, where you can work if you get out?
The parole project said that I'm gonna have to go to the parole project for a month or so, and then after that, I'm gonna live with my older sister in Baton Rouge. She owns her own home.
Okay, where do you have a job lined up yet?
The parole project said that they have connections with the DOT, the Department of Transportation, and they have a multi-billion-dollar construction going on in the state right now.
Okay,
pouring concrete on both sides, expanding the interstate on both sides. And
I got you. I got you. Let's see, I see you had one other write-up of contraband back in 2014. What was that contraband?
that was 2 gallons of mineral spirits.
2 gallons of what?
That one of my associates, gallons of mineral spirits.
What did you use that for?
We use it for our hobby craft to thin the seal and varnish that we put on our hobby craft.
Okay. So you don't use it to get high or anything?
Oh, no, sir.
Okay.
It was for to spray on my hobby craft to thin the.
Okay, I got you.
sir.
Okay. Warden, you have any comments?
Since that write-up, that last write-up that Glenn has had, looking at his record, I mean, he's been working for us as a vocational reentry mentor. He's worked in maintenance for us since that time, as well as doing some of his inmate ministering.
Okay. Thank you. I have no further questions.
All right, Mr. Kerry Myers.
Sir, good afternoon. Terry Myers, Louisiana Parole Project. I can tell you that for the past 7 years, staff at Angola has been so impressed with Mr. Polk that they put him on our radar as a tutor, as a mentor in concrete finishing, as someone who is also certified in other trades, horticulture. He's also CPR certified. He works to give back. He's addressed, as you heard, all the programs he's taken since his last hearing and addressed his issues. He has a stable long-term housing plan. He will come to Parole Project. He's also a perfect candidate for our EEP program, our Employment Enhancement Program, where we work with all the local business and industries to find qualified people the right employment. And so we believe that Mr. Polk would be a top candidate for that program. So based on all that, we just would ask that this board grant Mr. Polk's parole today.
All right, thank you. We're here from Miss Patricia Cameron. Miss Patricia, would you like to make a statement?
Yeah,
Signed.
it's 2 people signed the wrong paper.
Okay, so she's not speaking?
No.
Okay, she won't be speaking.
Okay. All right. Does anybody there want to speak? One person like to speak there? Okay, go ahead.
You sit right there. And they can see you on camera.
Okay, my name is June Blackman and I'm Glenn's sister. And also, after the parole project, he would be living with me long-term. I do see Glenn's progress and understand where he was a long time ago till today, that he would be a contributing part of society and not a threat to anyone. And I do see his growth. So I do ask that he be granted his parole and that he be given a chance to use those the training and the rehabilitating courses that he's had.
All right, thank you. Is there one other person that would like to make a statement or not?
Anyone else who wants to speak? Okay.
You'd like to make it? Okay, go ahead and make a brief statement.
I'm Leslie Polk. I'm his niece. I'm sorry, I have not seen him since I was in middle school. So this being able to give him the opportunity to come back into the family, it means a lot to us. But not just that he has done the things he's done, but we have a lot of family members, his siblings, his nieces and nephews that want him to come back and be able to give us the education and wisdom that he have. Because like he said, he has learned a lot since he's been here 23 years. It's a lot of time to think. So we just really, really want him to have this opportunity to come back home.
All right, thank you. All right, we're here for Mr. Randy Meyer now.
Good afternoon, Randy Meyer, Assistant DA in Jefferson. We're opposed to Mr. Polk. Got a history of armed robberies. He was on good time for armed robbery when he committed these crimes that he's now incarcerated for. At his prior hearing, he was denied in January of 22 because of disciplinary reports and lack of programming. Since that time, according to the record I'm looking at, he's taken Inside Out Dad and Moral Compass. To me, he still has lack of programming. He didn't follow the board's recommendations to get additional programmings, rehabilitative programmings before he would be considered for release. The victim, although she expressed no position, she did state she's very scared. And that's understandably so. He's a guy who used a gun and carjacked her. We got a lot of that in the city of New Orleans. We have a lot of violent people around here, and we don't need another one on the street. Mr. Myers said that, within the last 7 years, they've been impressed with him, and I think recommended him for the parole project. Well, within the last 7 years, he got his disciplinary report for bringing lots of drugs and contraband into Angola. So for those reasons, we are opposed to his request for parole.
All right, thank you. All right, Ms. Polk, would you like to make a statement on your behalf?
Yes, I would.
Go ahead.
I'd like to say that I have earned another 10 more certificates since my last parole hearing. I was told that I wasn't going to be able to put everything in my parole package because you're only allowed to so many papers in your parole package. I also want to apologize to anybody that I've hurt out there in the free world. I know that I have a lot of victims. I know that my family, the church members, I know I hurt the society as a whole. And I know that I have a lot of work to give back. And I just want to thank the board for giving me an opportunity, a chance to present my case to you and ask you to please find it in your heart to give me one more shot to go back out there in the free world and fix some of the stuff that I broke.
Yeah, Adrian.
All right, thank you. All right, now prepare to vote. Mr. Freeman.
Mr. Polk, you talk a good story. And now let's see if you can live it. Okay. I'm going to give you a shot. I'm going to grant you parole to the parole project. I want him to get evaluated, Mr. Myers, as y'all will do. Let's make sure he doesn't have any drug problems. I don't know if he brought that contraband just for money or just for some personal use also. So, and I also recommend a curfew from 10 till 6 a.m.
All right, Mr. Marabella.
My vote would be the same for the same reasons.
All right, 2 votes to grant. So go up to grant parole to the parole project, curfew from 10 p to 6 a, and you have NAA 2 times a week. All right, you understand stipulations? 3 votes to grant, your parole's been granted. Good luck to you.
Thank you.